Hello guys, we are at Blockchain and Bitcoin conference in Moscow, and today I have an interview with Alakanani Italy, the ambassador of Humaniq, and Edgar Pers.
From Polybius Bank.
From Polybius Bank.
We are developing our own digital pass that will actually cover that. So this will be an open platform, so you're welcome to join us. And I've seen that you have signed an agreement with the Open Bankit, meaning that from now we're using the same banking system, which means that a transaction between our banks will be free of charge for our customers. That's awesome.
Awesome. So it's good that you're coming up with something that is also super cool. So if you come with something that can work, that really bring real solutions. We have seen a lot of people raising ICOs for things that will never work. You know, so I'm happy that you are raising ICO and we are raising ICO for something that will actually, improve the lives of the people. Nothing can beat that better.
Hopefully we won't finish on the ICOs and we'll further interconnect.
Of course. We will grow.
When are you going to have your ICO?
Our ICO will happen in the middle of May, so in like 3 weeks from now. We're working on our PR right now, so we are not yet ready to publish the date.
Can I ask your opinion about bringing unbanked population to the emerging economies like Africa and India? What do you think in general?
My biggest concern has always been the following. A bank like Humaniq, it needs to make profit. And you need to make, usually banks make profit from either asset management, which wouldn't be really the case for the development markets, like Indian, African, what else? So there are some Asian markets. Even in some cases, even in Russia, there are still places where people may be inaccessible, but banks may be inaccessible for people. So my biggest concern is whether the customers of Humaniq will be capable of sustaining the platform, you have to spend money to pay salaries to the people, to interconnect with other banks, to pay for licenses, to enter the SWIFT membership. You have to pay money for that. You have launched an ICO, meaning that you will you have already $4 million?
Yeah, almost $4 million.
So this will mostly cover the biggest part of the issue, so it will be solved for you. But further on, as time goes by, like in a year or two, what will you do to make sure that you will have this minimum threshold of turnover that will make you sustainable as a business?
We are a bank, right? But we are not going to be a bank in a conventional way, the way you see it, where we charge like exuberant fees to people to transact and stuff. I believe there will be maybe minimal transaction, like even with Bitcoin, when you send money, there's a minimal charge to the miners, of course. Yes, I think there will also be some kind of minimal charges to the loan that you get, to send the money, there will be minimal charge. The idea is not to cripple the people, the idea is to empower the people. So minimal charge means, you sustain yourself as a business, but also you don't cripple people. So that is the whole idea. Don't cripple the people, empower them. Make them make money. Like if you look at the Humaniq white paper, there's an idea of working with also the startups, being able to give some kind of funding for startups. So I believe when you give startup funding, you can give them funding in return of equity. It's a blast to your business. You can do something that can make you have money but not crippling. Banks are like robbing us, right? So we don't want to rob people, we want to empower people. Yeah, I think that's your idea also, not to rob people, to empower the people. Yeah.
To create the mechanisms that are necessary. And I have a question. I am absolutely not familiar with the African market, or digital market. How well developed is it? Because I've heard that you're creating a fully digital bank, meaning that you have to process the digital part of the payment sector. What is the digital market in Africa? Is it developing? Are you planning to, as Humaniq, as a business, to bolster the development?
Africa is a big continent. In some countries, development is up there. The technical development it's on another level. It's like it's more like in Europe. But the unbanked, a lot of Africans, they use digital money, like the mobile. They are familiar with mobile money. So it's a matter of now educating them to another level. So remember, we were moving with developments. There was time that we were using kegel to buy sorghum or sorghum to buy kegel. But we have moved now to paper money. We got educated. We have moved a little bit to Bitcoin. We get educated. So the more education you receive, the more education you give to the people, which I think is where the Humaniq ambassadors come in. So the more they'll be educating the people the more the people will be empowered, it will be easy to launch the project when the people understand. So the ambassadors are there to make people understand and know. Yeah.
So there are not really many people in unbanked regions who know about Bitcoin and blockchain technology so far by now.
Yeah, like I was saying, I usually say to people that Bitcoin, it came a little bit late to us in Africa, in a time where some people are even unable to buy even 0.0 something Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is way expensive. But if you come with tokens like Humaniq, it's
we are going to have our own currency.
It can like really work. I mean, if you can have something that is not super expensive, Bitcoin is not super expensive. It is good. We are using Bitcoins, right? We teach people about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like the foundation. We cannot eliminate Bitcoins no matter what. It is the central, the core of what you are doing in digital agenda is the core. It's what is the core of Humaniq. It's the core of Ethereum. So we cannot eliminate that. But we can come up with solutions like Humaniq, which now make it easy for people who have missed the Bitcoin bandwagon to get into the digital currency market. Yeah.
So you believe the market, the infrastructure will be growing? I mean, usually it happens this way. There is usually a stagnation of development.
Yeah.
Then something happens, and the development just skyrockets. So you expect that in the unbanked regions as well?
Yes, we do expect that. Look at the Edgar Pers, right? The mobile money in Kenya. When you have got the right strategy, the right market strategy, it works. Africa, we work with, I tell you, you tell me, I tell you, and then the whole village knows everything.
But M-Pesa is also expensive. They have tremendous percent on when you're withdrawing cash.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to point out here is the success.
They have done a good marketing.
Yeah, when you do a good marketing, which I believe Humaniq will do with the ambassador program, when you've got good marketing, even the person at the Kekle post will be able to use Humaniq. If M-Pesa can do it, it can be done.
Especially considering that in the unbanked market, Indian and African market, usually the people who don't have a bank account still have some kind of a smartphone. That is actually their gateway to the digital world.
In Africa, people are users of smartphones. They might be using it just to say hello, but they have the smartphones. We have cheaper smartphones.
Especially now when the Chinese market, for example, just creates so many smartphones for no cost. I mean, this is the enabler.
We buy Chinese, even in my country.
I use myself a Chinese phone. I don't use iPhones. Why not?
We use Chinese shop. We use Chinese cell phones. They are very cheaper for us to buy.
They're doing their job and they're decent, so why don't use them?
I mean, I cannot buy a cell phone that costs $200. That is too expensive.
There are $30 phones right now in the market.
But we can buy one for $40. Yeah,
I think it's going to get even cheaper in like 1 or 2 years. Thank you so much, guys. It was a great interview.